I think we want to go that way. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Do it down. No, I don't live there. Good morning, everyone. It is the day that we leave on our trip, and I'm doing a cat sitting visit first thing in the morning. This is Madeline. Fantastic. Can't go without the coffee cups. Yeah, I got a full charge. We're packing up. Michael's eating his breakfast.
We've only just left.
Gravel? Like...
Whoa! Still not that far from home, but here starts the gravel. It's just a touch damp because it rained last night. Trail closed. Spoonville at East Bridge near Subaru dealership in the Terra Verde golf course. Yeah, we knew about that, so. Detour on the street.
The Spoonville Trail began creation in 2015 and finished in 2021. To us as cyclists, it's kind of a big deal because there just are not that many bridges across the Grand River. So being able to ride on 231 on a bridge across the river is kind of a big deal. We use this like many times a year. The north end of the Spoonville Trail connects to the North Bank Trail, and the south side connects to the Edema Explorers Trail. And it goes through the Terra Verde Golf Course. And I guess, according to the Krein and Newhoff website, as they were the designers, I guess, the bridges are robust enough to accommodate emergency vehicles. So the trail is like super accessible. This is the 7th longest bridge in the state, and the combined lengths of all 7 connected bridges. So, like, there's a bridge over the Grand River and a bridge over the swamp next to it, and it's 2 bridges. But, anyways, the combined length of all 7 of these bridges is nearly a mile.
You're on camera, Michael.
I just think this sign is kind of hilarious. So, in addition to having a wastewater treatment facility down there, there's also the Muskegon County Astronomical Society has their observatory down there. The sign just says observatory right underneath water treatment. So that kind of makes it look like you can observe the water treatment facility. And I just think that's rather amusing.
Boy, I'm glad to be off of Maple Island. There's a lot of miles with a lot of traffic. Farmland. I can smell the farm animals. Looks like we're in Fremont. Rolling into Fremont. There's Kaisak, but we need to turn left here. Rolling. I can see the Myers.
I am a fan of finding small locally owned businesses to spend money at when I'm on vacation, but there aren't always small locally owned grocery stores in any specific city. And Myers,
Yes.
I mean, you could call them a local business because their headquarters is about 40 miles from my house. And Myers is just big, convenient, and has everything I need. Although that does not stop me from forgetting to buy butter pellet.
Sorry, man. There's like nothing closer. Lunchtime. Nice little Veterans Memorial Park here in Fremont. I guess there was some kind of food truck thing going on, but I don't know if I can eat any of their stuff, so I'm not. Eat potato chips and pineapple.
Salt and sugar.
Coffee step. Alright, Coffee Cuppy in Fremont. I gotta say, you guys have an absolutely top tier bathroom. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Here we're on the Town and Country Path. William J. Brandstrom Park. Hard to read that backwards. Anyway, that was nice while it lasted. Might be the end of the pavement. I'm thinking we got like, what, 5 more miles to our destination?
Half hour.
Benton Lake that way. And as you can see over there, apparently this is 8 Mile.
We have arrived.
We discovered a tiny hole in our tent. Michael's literally putting a band-aid on it. Forgot bug repellent, which means we have to go into down. Guess what else we forgot? Toothpaste. It's not camping unless you forget something. I said I'm so ready to eat more potato chips. Taking a evening stroll at the campground. This is Benton Lake of Benton Lake. Look, green blueberries. Chef Michael is preparing dinner. Bag o' beans and some rice. Over there, we have a critter pole. Why don't all campgrounds have these? State parks sure don't. It's handy. So anyway, now we're eating our dinner. Dinner time. Swatting mosquitoes. And oh my goodness, the ticks. So many ticks. I want to know how the water comes up with no electricity. Ticks around here, I ain't messing around. It's about 20 after 8, and we had to get in the tent because the mosquitoes are absolutely savage. The bug repellent is not enough. Good morning. Got woken up by an owl last night. That was pretty cool. Other than that, slept really well. What about you, Michael?
I did not sleep well.
Oh. Is it because you forgot your Z-Quill?
I don't know.
There's nothing here to make
I think
noise.
it's because it was too hot early on.
The bag got upside down. And it wasn't sealed all the way. I am pleased to report that the critter pole worked and we were not visited by any thieving critters last night. Hooray! We still have all our food except for what I dumped on the ground. Where's your mother? Yesterday we were walking around the campground and there was a party happening at the picnic shelter there, so we couldn't really walk around it, but we are now. It's a beautiful morning. Everything's kind of wet and dewy. Other than that, it's quite lovely. Yep, that's the picnic shelter. Oh yeah, we still in our jammies drinking coffee. How's the coffee, Michael?
Perfect.
Perhaps I should explain a little bit about why we chose to camp here. It's a rustic campground, and that means it does not attract large families and large parties, which there's nothing wrong with like having a large family party in a campground, that's fine, but it wasn't the kind of environment that we wanted. We wanted to be a little bit more relaxed, peaceful, quiet, away from people. So we chose here. And it worked out really well because there's just one other group of campers and they're leaving today. So we had the place to ourselves for a while. It was very liberating. Feel the breeze, if you know what I mean.
We are on West Pierce Drive and we're heading to White Cloud for a leisurely 35-ish mile ride. Riding on M37, closing in on White Cloud.
As usual, I'm not going to read to you all of the historical signs. If you want to read them yourself, just pause the video. Our solar panel isn't broken, but it's kind of old and the battery jiggled loose, so it didn't charge. So we're kind of like riding around hoping to find an electrical outlet that works so we can charge our devices. The joys of rustic camping.
The water works.
Taking the more interesting route back to camp. I've never been down these roads before, so I really hope that they're passable. We're gonna take a little hike at Loda Lake Wildflower Sanctuary. Site C3, where the garage of the Schmidt used to be. There's a cement pad there. And I guess they used to store a car in there. Ancient ruins. Taking a walk on the boardwalk. I guess this is the lake of Loda Lake. We are back on our way back to camp, and I didn't check the route very well. We're taking a short trip on a motorcycle trail, and it's very sandy. Oh, sketchy. Gotta walk again. Very sandy. We're off course. What the hell? Foot travel, welcome. You want me to ride this? Oh, what have we done?
Lost signal.
No, I have not lost signal. We need to ride that.
Can't be.
Carry the bikes. Okay, lesson learned. If there's no Google Street View, there may be no street. Although very annoying, this entire section of hike-a-bike is less than a mile. It's actually not that big of a deal. Oh yes, we're on a National Forest Service road. Remember when we did the gap in the CNO and we had to hike a bike over a mountain because the tunnel was closed? Fording a stream. I see salvation ahead. I see pavement. Okay, this has been the worst ride I've taken in a long time. This road is sand. Just sand on sand on sand. Ugh. All right, take a left. Right and left. Rolling. Oh, hallelujah. Whew. All right, half mile to camp. Time to eat some peanut butter tortillas. Letting my feet air out for a minute, hanging out in the shade of the picnic shelter because there's not a lot of shade at our campsite, and it's really hot in the sun right now because it's, what, 3:30 p.m.? Yeah. The man needs his afternoon nap. And I love you for it, Michael. I'm finally eating my just add water with the potato flakes and the TVP. The critters didn't get to it, and I didn't dump this one on the ground. Dinner time. It is Sunday evening. There was previously one other set of campers, and now there's not because it's Sunday evening. They, I guess, left. So it's just us in this loop. Just us. It's quite peaceful. I mean, it was peaceful even when they were there, because they weren't that loud. But it's nice to have the place to ourselves. It's crazy how little demand there is for rustic camping, even in a campground, with outhouses and fresh water.
Here we are roasting marshmallows in full sun, 80 degrees.
It's a little after 7 p.m. and it's still sunny. They are just absolutely relentless. There's a tick there. And there's another tick crawling on the outside of the tent there.
Can you see the mosquitoes?
I don't know if they can see the mosquitoes or not. Anyway, we're eating instant oatmeal because I dropped that on the ground yesterday. Mosquitoes are relentless. We pack up today.
Yeah, rolling up the air mattress cause it's time to leave.
We are packed up and ready to go home. I'm heading for the dumpster in the water. I thought I could hear something rubbing, but I don't see anything touching my tire.
I still don't know how this works. If you do, leave a comment. This doesn't look very critter-proof, but I didn't see any bears or raccoons.
Holding. Alright, I've turned the camera back on. Now we probably won't see any cool wildlife. I need to find out what kind of snake that is. Yeah, that's the third one. Yeah, most people don't usually get big shot jobs right out of college unless they know someone.
Some of us never do.
Well, that is entirely true. I have a degree and I work in a factory, as you know. Okay, so next year we're gonna go to a city and we're gonna stay in a hotel, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Another thing to watch out for this time of year is red-winged blackbirds. When they're nesting, they can be really aggressive, but they're also chicken. They don't like it when you turn around and look at them. So that's why we put googly eyes on our helmets.
Hay in process. It's gonna poop out a bale. Does this look familiar? We were just here a couple days ago. Yeah. We get to take a prettier route because we realized we don't actually need to stop at Myers. So we get to cut off an extra mile or so and take a nice neighborhood route. I'm very pleased with this. It might get a little weird ahead. If you go directly that way, you will go into Mosquito Creek, the mountain bike trail. Yeah, those are the same power lines that we ride under. If it turns out we can't get through that area, like if there's a fence or a no trespassing sign or something, then we just go like 1 more mile that way. Which, like, later we'd have to go 1 more mile that way anyway. So. But basically, this is just me seeing something weird on Google Maps and being like, hey, we need to go through that.
Recalculating.
I can confirm Swanson is not a through street.
But at least here we have champagne gravel. Oh my goodness, back there the washboarding was just insane. And that's the thing about touring, like there's only so much that Google Street View can tell me. I've never been down this road before. Yeah, that's not even a road, that's...
Still looks like one out in Garmin.
It does. Yeah, whatever they're growing over there, like it's just farmland over there, but whatever they're growing, they really want to keep people out. And if I recall, Cleveland's actually closed a little bit east of Nunica for construction. So we'd have to reroute anyway. And I certainly don't mind riding on the Muscatella Trail. It's quite nice. It's a little bumpy. We could do with the resurfacing. But otherwise, it's nice to be not in the traffic. Got exactly 2 tortillas left, some peanuts. We're having a break. Sitting here in a shady picnic area along the Muscatella Trail. Eating up the rest of our food. Yeah. Anyway, talk about what you're wearing.
So I am wearing Party Pace street clothes. Consumer or commuter wear.
Okay.
Because I'm wearing tennis shoes mostly, and I feel funny going into stores and stuff. Spandex.
There's an acronym for this, eh? You should talk about it.
Yes, that's what's known as a mammal. And that is a middle-aged man in lycra.
Meanwhile, I am wearing full kit, spandex, padded shorts, high-vis jersey, transition sunglasses, because I don't care. This is super comfortable. I just don't care what other people see. So you got the padded shorts, the t-shirt, and the sneakers. The Grand River! What kind of snake are you? I'm gonna have to look that up. That's the 4th blue one we've seen.
I believe the snake is a blue racer, which is native to the Midwest, and it is neither poisonous nor aggressive.
Yep. Did not have to wait for a train, but we still might see a train.
That train is carrying coal, and there's exactly one place that it's going, and that is the Campbell Generating Facility, the electric coal plant. And there's a whole big political stink going on about it right now, which you should Google if you are into that kind of thing.